Council. My name is Aaron Droller and I live in Silver Spring. Thank you for the opportunity to submit testimony on the proposed charter amendments. As Council President Friedson stated in introduction, the Council's only role with respect to the term limits amendment is to review the language of the ballot. The County Attorney's language for the ballot is clear, unambiguous, and meets the intent of the proposed ballot petition. It should be approved by this Council. The Charter Commission's recommendation in its June 13th memo to include an alternative charter amendment is clearly intended to confuse, nullify, and thwart the will of the voters. The Charter Commission is an unelected, politically unaccountable body, and its recommendation is inappropriate and undemocratic. No competing amendment should be considered by this Council in this election cycle. I am opposed to the proposed change to the unanimous vote requirement for raising the property tax. This requirement provides an essential guardrail against egregious tax burdens being placed on residents and assures a countywide consensus on tax policy. This is not just academic, as just last year the county executive proposed an enormous 10% property tax increase. The unanimous vote requirement assured that the Council took a more measured and nuanced approach than that proposed by the county executive. If this amendment passes, up-county residents will have almost no opportunity to express their will regarding tax policy. In recent years, policymakers have increasingly viewed raising taxes as a first choice rather than a last resort. The unanimous vote requirement is the only legal guardrail we have to try to prevent this. The Council should reject this amendment. Finally, I oppose the proposed amendment on executive appointments. Like the state and federal governments, our form of government in Montgomery County is premised on the crucial principle of separation of powers. This amendment would fundamentally alter the balance of power by granting nearly unfettered discretion to the county executive to make appointments without affirmative council consent. This in turn gives the public potentially no official opportunity to voice its views on a particular nominee. The Council should not relinquish its responsibility to affirmatively vote and approve non-merit appointments of the county executive. While our system correctly grants great discretion to the county executive in choosing his appointments, that discretion is not unlimited. Council public hearings and affirmative votes are the mechanism through which the public may express its views on nominees. The process has served Montgomery County well for decades and should not be discarded. A deemed approved standard would permit the Council to avoid its essential responsibilities to thoroughly and publicly vet nominees. While I am sympathetic to the efficient functioning of government, an automatic approval of nominations is inherently undemocratic as it almost completely removes the public from the process. Please reject the proposed amendment. I have submitted additional written testimony for your review. Thank you for your time and for your service to Montgomery County.